Hello everyone, welcome back to the Power BI series. In this video, we are going to explore the Transform tab inside Power Query Editor. Let's start by importing the data first. I have stored my data in my Excel workbook, so I will click on the respective connector. Now this is the workbook from which I want to get the data. So I have selected that workbook. Now I will click on Open. Now I will be able to see a navigator pane. So this is the name of the workbook, data transformation, and these are the two Excel worksheets that are present in that workbook. So if you click on the any of the sheet, you will be able to see its preview on the right side. I will have to click on this checkbox so that I will be able to import this data inside my desktop or inside my Power Query editor. So at the bottom, you will be able to see the three options: load, transform data, and cancel. So load, if you click on this first option, the same two sheets, the data which is present in this two worksheet, that will be loaded inside your Power BI desktop. If you click on the transform data, then the same data will be redirected to Power Query editor. And if you click on the cancel, then this navigator pane will get closed. So I want to go to Power Query editor. So I will click on the transform data option. Now I am redirected to Power Query Editor. We have already explored the options from the Home tab of the Power Query Editor. Now let's move forward with the Transform tab. So the Transform tab has different options for the transformations related to the table, related to the textual column, related to the numerical column, and related to date and time related column. So first we'll try to cover the transformations related to the table. So this is the first option, group by, which is already we have covered in the home tab. Then there is a next option called as use first row as headers. So if you click on this drop down, you will be able to see the two options: use first row as headers and use headers as first row. So what is the difference is that if you click on the first option, then whatever is the first row, that will become your column header. So I will click on this option. Now the first row, whichever that was our first row, that has become the column header by clicking on this first option. If you click on this use headers as first row option, then whatever your header is there, that will become the first row. So I hope you are able to see the changes, and whatever the transformations that you are applying on this query, on this particular table, you will be able to see all those transformations on the right side under the applied steps section. Now I don't want to perform any kind of transformations over here, so I will cross out all the transformations and I will go back to the previous step. So this was the original data that I was having. Now there is a next option called as a transpose. So what is a transpose will do is, transpose will treat your columns as rows and it will treat the rows as your columns. So if you directly try to apply this transpose option, you will not be getting the correct answer. Here you are not able to see the name of the months. These are the cells for which month. You are not able to see that. So what I will do is, I will cross out this step first. First, what we'll do is, we'll try to demode this headers. What does that means is, we'll try to make this headers as a first row. So click on this option. So you will be able to see the headers are now demoted. Now what we'll do is, we'll try to transpose it now. So if you transpose it now, you will be able to see all the products are present in the columns, and whatever the month names are there, they are present in the form of the rows. Now this product one, these are the first row, but they should not be the first row, right? These are the column headers. So how can you make this as a column headers? So there is option use first row as a header. So the first row will become my column headers now if I click on this option. So now we have transposed our data so that the products are present in the columns and the month names are present in the rows. You can always rename your columns by double clicking on the particular column name. So I will write it over here as a month. So this is how we have used this transpose option. Then the next option is the reverse rows. So this reverse rows will help you to display your last rows as a first row and first row as a last row. So earlier the March row was present at the last, but now once I clicked on this option, it has become my first row. It is very straightforward option, right? Then there is a next option called as count rows. So let's say you want to count how many number of rows that are present inside your table. So in this case, this table is very small. We are able to see that there are 3 rows, but let's try to click on this option. you will be able to see how many number of rows that are present in your table. Now we'll cross out this step because I want to see my original data back. Let's try to use this count rows option on the larger data set. So this is my data. Now I will go to transform tab. If I want to see how many number of rows that are present in this particular data, I will click on this count rows option. So I am able to see there are 222 rows that are present. Now I will cross out this step so that I will go back to my previous step. Now, the next options that I want to show you, these are the unpivot and the pivot columns options. So what is exact difference between the pivot and unpivot is that pivot will help you to convert the rows into columns and unpivot will help you to convert columns into rows. Confusing, right? But I will explain you it a easy examples. Okay. So this is the data, transpose data that I'm having with me. So first I will cross out each and every step, the transformations that we have applied. Now let me show you the difference between the pivot and unpivot. So this was the original data that I was having with me, right? Now what is my requirement is that I want to see this January, February, March, all the name of the months in a single column and the respective amount of the cells in some other columns. So technically I just wanted three columns. First will be the product name, second will be the month's name, and third will be the sales values for that respective product. So in this case, you will go for the unpivot options because I want to convert this data from columns to rows. So how can you do that is you have to select the three columns which you want to convert into the rows, right? So first I will select this January, then I will select the February and also the March month. Then I will go to this unpivot columns option which is present in the transform tab. So there is a drop down present over here, unpivot columns, unpivot other columns and unpivot only selected columns. So the first column and the third column is exactly the same. It will help you to convert the selected columns into rows. So if I click on the third option, then what will happen is you will be able to see that January, February, March, the month names, they have converted to the rows. They were earlier present in the columns, right? So this is how you can use the unpivot option. So this was the unpivot only selected option. So I will cross out this step and I will show you the first option. So I will select all the three columns which I want to unpivot. I will again click on this drop down and I will utilize this first option. In that case also you will get the same output. So this is how you can use this unpivot columns and unpivot only selected columns options. So this unpivot option will help you to convert your data which is present in the columns into the rows. Okay. Now I hope you are now cleared with this first two options. First option and the third option. Now I will let you know the second option. So first what we'll do is we'll cross out this step. Now I just want to make this column as a fix. So whatever any other columns that should be unpivoted. So what I will do is I will click on this and I will click on the unpivot other columns. So the first column will be fixed and the other columns will be unpivoted. That is other columns will be converted from columns to rows. So you are now able to see the unpivot other columns option as well. Now you can also rename this column as month and this as a sales. So this is how you can use the unpivot option. So unpivot option will help you to convert your columns into rows. So I hope you are now clear with the unpivot option. Now let me explain you what is the pivot option. So pivot option will help you to convert the rows into columns. So let's say what is my requirement is that I just want to see this product one is appearing 3 times, right? So I just want to see the product one, how much total sales that are given by this particular product one. So for that you will have to use this unpivot pivot option. So what I will do is I will first remove this month column because that is not of our use now. I just want to see product wise total sales. So what I will do is I will select this first column, then I will go to the pivot column option. Now it will ask me which column you want to pivot. So I will say that I want to pivot the values in the sales column. And in the advanced option you can change the aggregation. So I just want to see the total sales respective to each and every product. So I have selected the aggregation as a sum. Now I will click on OK. So over here you will be able to see the product wise total sales. So these are the product wise total sales for each and every product that we are having with us. So this is how your pivot option will help you to convert the rows into columns. So I hope now you have a clear understanding of how these transformations, transpose, pivot and unpivot work on the tables. In the next video, we will explore even more transformations focused on numerical text and the date and time related columns. If you have found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching till here and I will see you in the next one.